Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Mughals series here on the Lord Master channel. Once again, we continued our expansion in the Indochina region and even expanded a bit of the Malay Peninsula, which we're jumping ahead of time on the Mughals mission tree, which feels like we're almost done with that series before I would probably likely call it quits rather than go all the way till 1821. And keep in mind that you probably have seen the episode before this one with the Mughals that's been posted on the same day with Croatia, with the whole Croatian India idea. Which, yes, Croatia goes to India on that recent episode that's concurrent with the Mughal series, which all I could say is, oh boy. Let's just say, because you know about Dai Viet over there, and of course made a little subtle reference to the Vietnam War and everything. Well, let's just say Croatia is going to have its own Vietnam with, dealing with, whoever's in India, particularly Vijayanagar, whatever. But still, it's just, I don't know. Just talking about it's going to give me flashbacks, so let's not dwell on that. So, anyways, you may have noticed to your right that there's a bunch of soldiers' households that are currently building. Soldiers' households, if you're wondering, what is that? This is just to add even more manpower increase, which will be more effective on provinces with grain, fish, livestock, or wine. And I could build plenty more of those. I mean, after all, our income is excellent, so I think building more manufactories is now kind of unnecessary. What we need is a lot more manpower. A lot more manpower reserves for not only to fill up, to reinforce our troops in action, but also to build newer armies. I mean, we do have the Force Loon, but we just can't maintain every single man. You know what I mean, right? Anyways, so let's build some more of these now. And it looks like it's not going to improve much from then on, except for Hyderabad. Oh. More soldiers' households to be built, as we will increase drastically on the manpower reserves. So we can have so much manpower that the Mughals can handle a world war. And of course, since we only have one transport fleet to, have all these things. And I recently had a thought about, what about the other ones that you have captured? Yeah, let's sort these out. Your number is fine. Actually, place yourself in the Bengal Delta. We got enough sailors. We need another 60 more of these. There. Spent quite a bit of sailors, but it's that's about this much. Yeah. I'm subsequently upgrade these three. These will remain at port. Well, let me tell you. Because we have so many armies that, we need to have this flow. It's like, okay, this can transport 2 armies, but we need another to transport 2 more armies to get from one front line to the other. But we still have enough naval force limit to, increase whatever is needed for trade power. Trade power to Gujarat just to keep it up. And one day we ought to go west to Persia. One day. So for now, armies will be drilled until further notice. I am giving you 1 year. Giving only you 1 year. And then we will declare war against Khmer, which we're using that to fight against Ayutthaya again. Just to take these parts. And then all of this. And then once we're done, then we'll fight against Malacca, which the truce will expire obviously right before the war ends, I predict. That's just my bold prediction. And of course you have to deal with these forces down there as well. Which is what that second transport fleet is for. It's like... I mean, you already got one down there. You got the land campaign handled. But to go a long way around, and you got Portugal inland. Great Holy War against the Portuguese. Louisiana War for Independence. Punitive War. You know what that means for punitive war? That means it's a coalition war. Ottawa, Pawnee, Lakota. Well, that's what happens. Surprised that Florence has not turned into Tuscany. I think it's missing something for it to become it. And plus, good God, man, what happened to the Papal States? Rome was taken by Florence. For who knows how long. And it is a Protestant Rome. You know, a long time ago, when I started playing EU4, besides the Balkans, and for any possible playthroughs before it turned out to be Croatia and Delhi Mughals, I even thought about considering playing as one of the Italian states with either Milan or Florence, you know, to do attempt to do a United Italy playthrough, but I don't know. Yeah, didn't do a video series on that, so that's why I went with these two. And as a reminder, we'll not be doing any more EU4 video series once Croatia and the Mughals is finished for the remainder of 2021. Now, let's get down to business. Armies will be drilling, ships being built, and manpower reserves about to increase, as I'll be willing to spend the money to increase the size of the total amount of soldiers, all these standing armies. Just for that. Just by association. As I said, I'm giving you 1 year. By January, these armies are to stop drilling. Because we're about to reach the maximum level of army professionalism. Wait, for how long? A slight loosening of policy might be the answer, so I'll take a bit of a mercantilism hit, but trade efficiency up and institutions put a little more because, you know, whenever this thing comes up, that could help it. So because of the industrialization, they say one of the other following must be true is years at least 1760, and Doava is the highest trade value known in the world, so that's not it. It's going to be in Persia trade notes somewhere where they'll have it. What am I gonna do with all of this? What I mean is, all this diplomatic power. Use it to develop some other provinces? Like, say, Kabul? Say. Yeah, might as well. Yeah. Yeah, why not? That's all I wanted. Mazadorani. That is their ethnicity. Yeah, they're still slowly being reinforced because all the infantry got killed after we were dealing with these revolutionaries. That's why it's taking so long. House of Lodi. Oh boy. I mean, we can't assume that they're related to one another. 2, 4, 5. A very good improvement. Yeah, why not? Let's have another Shah Jahan. We used to have a Shah Jahan in the past. Which was basically a role reversal or whatever. And remember that proposed idea I said that we need more standing armies? We will get it. So there'll be one army here. And another in, let's see. I was thinking as far as supply limits concerned. Oh, units in Cuba. Never mind, go further in. Like, say, Patliputra. And another in Multan. Once these armies are built, then we will increase the size out of all of these now. Remember the number. It was 353. Oh, 2 events just popped up. I could tell that by that sound. Ah, Fakhri Shari. Fakhri Shah is considered to be one of the greatest living artists of our time. A number of his works rank amongst the most famous in existence. Oh, give me that administrative power. Because I know it's still quite far ahead that get that party all the way up and you'll reduce that technology. And then once we get this last idea group, then go for this national decision. As well as that policy, so we can get the last idea group in a hurry. Alright, here we go. So, trying to think of a composition. Yeah, a little more for this one. And this one a little more cavalry oriented. That's some spot. Yeah, see what happens. Let's even on. Compositions may vary. I mean, I don't have an idea what they're supposed to look like. We created these just to basically have more armies in Hindustan. In case if there's revolutionaries that are spreading here like wildfire, then we'll have to send a few to put them down. We gotta protect the whole country. As well as dealing with possible foreign invasions. $353, and with soldiers' households being built, it is now $397. And after these finish, will likely be up to 400,000 in manpower reserve. Now everybody, stop drilling. Get ready for war. We basically want to show the world that we have the largest army, and we will remain that way. And subsequently have the largest navy because of all the transport ships that we're building more of. Egads, revolutionaries. There might be a revolutionary in Malacca soon. Get to position. Send in the Rajputs. They'll be the best at it. You'll be there. You'll mop up this area. Place support. And you shall stand still till further notice. Actually, gonna transport you two to deal with them down there. British particularists. As I said, reason why to create more armies, because we have the maintenance to do so. Calm yourself down. Heck, you doing all the way down there for? We'll fight them one day. Yeah, we're all set. Just send a navy in. Hey, what is your land like? 40. So it's 8, 13, 11, 6. Let me develop you a little more. Just simply for the sake of it. Because I gotta do something with those. Of course, the old imperial city of Hue. Just helping out your old Vietnamese homeland. There, that's enough. 'Cause once you get all these up by then you could level this up. Hopefully. Good. Ready? Attack on guard, that's the objective. Even though we ought to send a fleet over there. 2 fleets, in fact. Come on. Get down here, you two. We're deploying the fleet again. In position. Start the war. Sunk their flagship already. Today's a good day. Accomplished sailor. Got 'em all. Again, I don't want land off of these. Hi. They're going down this way. Stop it! Oh. That gave us a beat. Oh my god, I forgot. What the hell are you doing? You're supposed to land the troops. How could you forget? You've got to be dumb as... so much into the inland campaign. You bloomin' idiot. No, 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 get down here. Shouldn't be out at sea this long. My god. It's kind of hard to watch over everything, you know? This is their capital. Oh, we're coming up there. British-Mexican War for Independence against British Mexico, Colombia, Brazil, 13 colonies, and Alaska. Let me see. Yes, you are at war with all of your colonies. Only Cuba and Argentina are private enterprises for you. British Louisiana is still with you. Oh, yeah, sure, but don't expect me to come over there. You know, most of my troops come from there, but don't worry. Cuba, Argentina, British Louisiana, Bremen, Crimea. Me and my vassals are with you, but I ain't gonna be sending them to a place so far away from here. Not through the Pacific route, but to go... Wait, if I was to commit, I could only go as far as English Colombia and British Brazil. That's it. They all want to be free from you. Have you gone revolutionary or something? I mean, I know it doesn't say, but no. This is troubling for the Brits. You got it. This area is taken. Got everything secure. Get back to your posts. Get away from there. Get down there and help them. Rigorous researchers. Academic institutions are not immune to corruption, and profits can be made by abusing positions of great influence that could stand in the way of creating a good environment for research. However, Mughal scientists are largely above this, focusing on genuine intellectual achievements. Above titles of financial contribution, The lack of corruption in society allows us to explore and invent while being impeded by selfish interests. The search for knowledge must be valued in itself. Sure. Those revolutionaries are going to pin them down, which is going to give us time. Come here. Won't be able to catch him in time, but at least we'll keep him off. End of the revolution. Let us rejoice in victory. It is a revolutionary empire, a monarchy, no longer a supreme junta. You're the one with no siege skill. Huh. Coming with you. It's grassland, so it's even ground. But there's a river here. British Alaska is out. Get a few ducats even though we're not setting anything there. We're not committed to that war. Question of rights. A subject of ours currently holds lands to which we have a claim. If we were to claim this province for ourselves, it would undoubtedly regard us with contempt and distrust. On the other hand, it would be in no position to stop us from taking control of the area if we would wish it to be. The situation works for us. Leave it be. No reason to do that yet. Yeah, we set the Vietnamese loose. Got him. Get over here. Time for you to go. War's practically over. Just waiting for everybody. Again, desired no territories from Khmer itself. I should have put it in Indochina. Come on, let's get out of here. Back to Vietnam with you. So you've occupied everything. Hey. You got a little cannon. Shoot him. It's just one light ship and there's many of you. Go get him. There hasn't been any major battles other than 2 victories for the British Navy. Come on, return to port, all of you. You're killing the sailors' manpower. Sailors, you know what I mean. 99. You'll get it by then. But obviously we're going to have to core a couple of provinces in the meantime. But first, you. This is what I need from you. Yes! Got them all! This will complete our mission. And I don't care what other people think. Very happy with this. It'll cost you 93. Fair, generous. So yes, we will have to leave this part here. I can't tell him to say, hey, return these to whoever was the previous owner. It's like that one goes to Khmer. Nobody else owns the core province other than them. But this is the way it's gonna be. It'll complete our mission. The Siamese people are assimilated, but not the whole culture group. In fact, we would have, because we no, because we would still need all of this, and we would be going way too soon. If you want to assimilate the entire Thai culture, this would give you reduction construction cost. But the Mon Khmer, we won't get all the Khmer because of a choice. With urbanization, that's for development cost. But at this point, the country's so well developed, I don't think it's necessary to develop anymore. I'll now try to get all the Malaya peoples, which will be very difficult, which would give you a merchant. And for the Tibetan cultures, you'll get prestige per developer missionary if you are converting people, which we don't do that anymore. We discontinued that practice. That's just the way it is. Now, what do you want? I have no claims against you. We just decided to beat you up simply for the heck of it. Because we just used you as a scapegoat in order to fight against them. This is what you'll give us and I'll accept that. I could pillage your capital, but we only gain 1 development. Because this area here... Unfortunately, you would have to be a Buddhist to have this active. If you were a Buddhist or any Dharmic faith, That technology cost would have been very, very beneficial for us. But we can't have that. Oh well. And it's not worth pillaging, by the way. Development's too low. Aka, you're next. After we core all of these, of course. In order to have reduced separatism and all sort of troubles. Before I complete that mission, got that American ship down. They're not called the United States yet, but 13 colonies. Is their culture group American? Not all. There are a few Americans. But is the leader American? Yes. Led by a chancellor named Sidney Rook. It is an American republic. So they're not yet United States. In fact, I don't think they can be the United States yet, because, where is it? They would have to, oh, it's gotta be there somewhere. They say you would have to control the entire eastern seaboard region. I mean, most of it. Like most of the southeast and most of the northeast. That's what I believe how you form the United States. And by the way, I have not done a playthrough as the United States. When I was playing all the other countries of EU4, I have never done a 1776 playthrough. Which, why on earth would I do that? That would make the playthrough short. But I wouldn't oppose an idea of doing a video series on early United States formed by England or whoever. Just to colonize over there and just get it as such. But the only issue with that is, well, you're going to be playing as a low-developed country because it's new virgin land, the new world, you know? Instead of more highly developed places like Constantinople or Central Dwarf at this point. London is more developed than Vatipur Sikri. But look what it gives us, because of the amount of development we have now. Some are more developed than others of the lands we've taken. And this former capital here. Very good. These will be cored first. And we could be dealing with some trouble soon. So don't start the next war against Malacca until all these are cored. And with that, mission complete. Subah of Ayutthaya. So, Ayutthaya, the city itself, until the end of the game. Less development cost, state maintenance, and monthly autonomy change. We now have permanent claims on the whole Malacca area, Malaya, North Malaya, Johor, Annam, Songhang, Guangxi, West and East Guangdong, which is in reference to these two missions here. All it takes is one war for this one, for the Malaccan Viceroyalty. We've pillaged this area once, but it doesn't hurt to develop it a little more in the future. This is the capital of our Southeast Asian Subah, and it is in many ways therefore the capital of the entire region. If I were to make it so, you might as well up the fortification a bit. and improved centers of trade and all that. But consider this as a resting period, as we will not commit to the war over in the Americas. It's not worth sending all this over there. We do have the manpower, but we have other plans. Truce is expired, but we will not declare war against them. Not yet. We would be in for a world of hurt for this. Unfortunately. Until these provinces are cleared, I might as well, if there's room, start building impressment offices so we can have more maximum sailors and have more sailors gain. That's what it's for, right? Oh yeah, there is room. Look again. For reference. Sailors increase compared to manpower. Yes. Sailors. Local ship costs reduced and ship building time as well. Combine that with the dry docks, you'll be building these ships in a hurry. Hey. Scram. In the meantime, drill a bit. For the time being. Because you've got to believe in being prepared. As I said, we'll not commit to a war to go over the Americas, but if I had a lot of sailors at the max, I'd be willing to send some fleets over there. The ones without galleys, preferably, to go sail abroad, blockade, support the British Navy. As we see that action over there. Cuban and Colombian ships going at it. We finally reached the max level of army professionalism. Reduced general cost and army drill gain modifier at the max, so they'll be drilled a lot faster. Like professional soldiers as they should be. I was wondering what kind of odd military uniforms are these? Well, obviously they're English looking. English looking, listen to yourself. Okay, here we go. Industrial Revolution. The rapid pace of technological change is beginning to have a profound effect on the very organization of society. The invention of the steam engine, the use of coke iron in production and new mechanized manufacturing equipment allowed for unprecedented economies of scale, bringing about a massive increase in worker productivity. Further inventions are helping to greatly ease the transport of large volumes of goods, with global trade as interconnected as never before. Factories can both draw on raw materials from and sell the resulting manufactured goods to markets around the world, bringing in unimaginable riches for their owners. Meanwhile, in the field of agriculture, new practices such as crop rotation and the use of enclosures have similarly increased productivity, meaning that fewer workers are needed to work the same area of land, leading many to abandon their homes. And settle in the growing industrial cities. A new world is being born, one in which the ambitious and the rich shall dominate society as never before. This changes everything. The Industrial Revolution. Industrialization has been founded in charcoal, in the Commonwealth, over here. That is far away from here. Well, I guess this country is qualified. This has a furnace. Well, so do we, but... However, the Commonwealth owns more coals than any other country. So, yes, Polish-Lithuanian Commonwealth, our rival, even though we have nothing against them yet. All that. When to embrace it? Well, because look at all these areas. What do these areas have in common? Well, let me tell you. Manufacturing, 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 manufacturing. Basically, all the provinces that have manufactories, they'll start going up in a hurry. But obviously these two would be the first, before it gets spread to everywhere else. And yes, there's even a few manufactories in America. So we do have manufacturers all over except for the less developed parts of the empire. So Spain has declared wars. They want to establish land presence there, which is a scary thought. But the British have your back. The growth of the Basi Raja textile industry. Through the use of modern machinery and working methods, the local weaving business of Basi Raja has grown to a much more large-scale business, where once only simple fabric was exported there. Is now thriving cloth production sector, greatly helping the local economy. However, not everyone is happy with this development, and the artisans of Erbil have petitioned the Ottoman authorities to crack down on these low-quality products that they believe to be flooding the market. Time waits for no man. Okay. The Americans and the Mexicans are helping each other. Colonials. I might as well call everybody colonials. I don't know what's the best way to... You know, how to describe their armies and forces in a way, but... The objective is to defend the capital of British Mexico. They still have it, but... One day it could fall. Oh yeah, this place definitely needs upgrading. Oh, here's an idea. Gotta do something with that military power. Just to get it out of the way, just to crap it down and then let's start building back up again. Oh, and this too. That'll jump it up. I'm about to reach this. Here we go. Perhaps I got too little gung-ho on developing. You know, that could have saved that had I known about it, but it happens a lot with you. It'll be offensive ideas, as we have a habit of expanding a lot. And plus, now you got this new institution around here, so bring this back. Also, by the way, new policies you could pick out if you complete offensive ideas. A reduction of idea cost and increased institution spread. And now establish the Vaticana, the house of worship. It increases stability cost modifier by a great margin, but it reduces the idea cost quite a bit. So meaning you need 220 military power. You can get this in a hurry, as I've stated before. So perhaps we should put full focus on that. So you'll get this in a couple of months. You can get this faster recruitment time if you want to build more armies. Fire, prestige, land battles, siege ability. Even more land force limit. And by the end of it, you'll get more discipline. And a faster army morale speed. And whatever policies that you may wish for. And obviously with a high amount of money that we have these days, we can embrace industrialization in a hurry. Which you'll have an increased national tax modifier, but even more national manpower modifier, which... yeah. Yes, please. And thanks to that increased free trade. Gives you 4 some odd % increase each time, at least here in this capital. Amazing. These revolutionaries are causing the Malakids quite a bit of trouble. So remember the objective. Take this area, mission complete. And then we'll turn our attention northwards. Which the truces on one of these countries will begin to expire. The Ottomans have dealt with these revolutionaries, so there is no revolutionary Ottoman Empire now. So they got rid of all these little things associated with them. You'll see none of that in our empire. Your first idea. Land leader shock increase. So basically those that never had shock before, well, they got an upgrade now. But you just wait until... Hang on. I got something for him. So many damn menus at one time. Hang on. Still not good, but it could be improved upon. Fully drilled? Yes, sir. Only sending 3 armies down there. These 2 are already present, and we're sending 1 more down there. You all keep at it. You get out of Vietnam and start drilling. It's interesting you haven't returned to your homes yet. Maybe it's because of that American situation. Situation in the Americas. Ignore coring distance. Might as well. And obviously the last one will be anti-revolutionary zeal. Not fully drilled yet. They'll be fully drilled soon. Give it 1 more month. Got it. Excuse me. I fear that Spain isn't going to be content with just taking this. They may want this part too. Yeah, just try to imagine them. That huge amount of manpower. If we were to fight against them for whatever reason, Britain would be there. I'll tell you to get out. And all that. And the Commonwealth will be there too. But again, Only focus on the missions. Focus on things that do not concern you. What do you mean by that? Oh boy, I'm just stretching. Okay. So again, it's not only to take all this land, but you gotta deal with their allies too. What's going on down there? Because they got rid of their revolutionaries. It's now a grand republic. It went for parliamentarianism. Ah. Vizier Suleiman Badashah. They do 4-year terms. So these foreign revolutionaries are now part of the main army. So you're going to be dealing with Bali, Brunei, Pasai, and Vargas. That's what will happen in the future, but... And you got all this military power, which it doesn't cost you much to get a general these days. Very good. Yeah, why not? See what I got. Oh my goodness. 5 fire, 3 shock, 2 maneuver, 3 siege. Put me in the army. Any kind of army. This one in particular. That'll be for the future Chinese conflict, but until then, I'll go drill the army. Well, I mean, you'll start the war subsequently, and all that. So, again, truce. If you want to fight against Yui, which will be the most likely target, it'll expire in a year's time. So again, we need just these areas down there now. And then you're done. And as for open China, have to go against Yui and Changshan as well. Dali would be a bit complex, where we will say, yes, we can take all this land. Not too well developed, so war score won't cost us much. But the problem is they're a tributary state to Yakan. That's what you guys are there for. Putting our best frontline armies, surround them there. Sang too. And then these will be going to Yarkand to commit to that front. We would just be losing friends left and right, huh? But you know what, ladies and gentlemen, I will actually cut this episode short, because in the next episode, it will be about, wars of expansion. Once again, as seems like it's, as I said, it's a recurring theme. It's a, it's become formulaic at this point. But also, coming in that next episode, eventually embrace industrialization, which will make even more money through tax, as if it's needed already. And we'll have a much more national manpower modifier, in which stated before that We basically have enough manpower reserved to last a world war with any great power in the world. But still will not be committed to going to fight over in the Americas. But again, take British Mexico, and then you will do well. But already it seems costly for you. There's hardly some land battles, mostly naval, including this huge one, but still. Despite victories and retreats, there still have yet to be a battle that would mean something. Wish you could click on a location where you would want to know where did this land battle take place, but you would have to look that up. It happened in Cuba. So the British are going to be dealing with... Well, Cuba is a friendly territory, so they have helped retake Cuba. So I don't know what business does Bremen and Crimea have to do with anything. How Crimea is still around is beyond me, and why they're allied with the British. This isn't the Crimean War. And I can see it over there now. Which is good to know to give us an idea of what our future enemies would look like. So again, next episode we have to fight against Malacca by taking all this territory. Just only these. Will not go further down there. And no intentions to take land from them. Brunei. Bali and who's that other friend of yours? Oh, Bugs. Which is over there. But still, a lot of interesting things that are happening in this world. But that is where we will leave you off from there. So we'll see you in the next episode. But until then, so long for now.